Hello everyone, I'm the Nerdy Fool and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. We have made our way to Rivington on our way to Baldur's Gate. And yeah, apparently there's a lot of refugees, various people struggling with what all is going on. And we're gonna explore around Rivington, see what's going on, see if we can help people. I guess we'll just continue forward here.
I'm not paid to talk. If you want something, speak to Zenobia.
Okay, who's Zenobia? Ah, you're Zenobia.
The place was empty. Keep those thugs away from my family.
Zenobia! Get these squatters out of my house now!
Arthur, sweetheart, you paid me and my boys to be caravan guards, not cattle wranglers. If you want us to get our hands dirty, it'd be our pleasure. But that'll be extra.
Yeah, calm down and tell me what's going on. You certainly know how to make people feel welcome. Does no one we meet ever get along? The army of the Absolute is mere days away, and you're bickering over property ownership. Very true. If this is your home, it's probably not going to be your home long. I'm guessing this whole town is going to get torched. Calm down and tell me what's going on.
I just want to remove these unlawful interlopers from my property.
It's a pretty big house. Are you sure you don't have a single spare room? It's always heartening to see a true philanthropist out in the wild. Squatters, maybe I'd be willing to lend a hand, or detect thoughts, delve into the frustrated man's mind. I'm curious. Let's delve into his mind. Take some guidance on that. Plus 4 to 7 on a DC 10. Yeah.
I can't let them stay here. What if the little brat gets into the basement?
Oh. I hear these sorts of houses always have basements. What do you use yours for? Well, that's sort of a big jump. It'd be more fun to be like, hey, there's probably room in the basement that they could stay. But yes. These houses always have basements. What do you use yours for? Feels very pointed, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Basement? Oh, nothing interesting. Just materials. I'm a craftsman, you see.
This man is definitely lying. And he's really hoping you don't pry any further.
Look, I have some very valuable components in there. I need to get that lot out before they damage something.
Mind if I take a look?
Who do you think you are? Zenobia? People are lining up to break into my property. Do something about it.
You paid us to protect you and your high-quality merchandise on the road. And we've since arrived at our destination. As I said, anything else is extra.
This is the last time I hire someone from the guild. Fine. Here's the extra. Finish the job. Now, please show this meddler some of that famous Rivington hospitality.
Oh. Okay. I mean, I wasn't trying to kill you, you know? Okay. We're gonna go with non-lethal. I don't really know the circumstances, but it seems like he hired people just to help him have control of his own house. And so at current, I would feel a little bad murdering all of them for doing their job. So Zenobia sounds like she's in charge, at least to this guy. Or at least she's the face of the party. So what do we have? Scarpers, a level 8. Land Stride. I'm thinking that makes you a ranger. Maybe. Can't say that with any certainty. AC 16 isn't scary. You are a bard. Okay. AC 13, even easier to kill. You are... second story work falling. I think that's a rogue ability, but you've got extra attack, which makes you fighter or paladin or some sort of primary melee. Maybe one of the rogue archetypes gets that. You're definitely a dex-based fighter, rogue, whatever. AC 17 is a bit harder, and 113 health. And you're probably barbarian based on appearance. Danger sense, yep, you're a barbarian. AC 13. Alright, you're going to be a problem sooner rather than later, because once you rage, it's going to be bad. You're also a bit of a problem. But you might be easier to take out with spells because of that high AC. Alright, Astarion, take out the barbarian.
Do it.
Nice. Could go for a bite, but I'll save it till I'm injured. And then... yeah, just back off. Actually, climb up the ladder and stand at the top of the ladder so they can't get up here and get to you. Yeah. Sounds good to me. Hail of Thorns. It's a first level spell. 6 to 22 damage. To a target and surrounding creatures. On Shadowheart. Might end up hitting us as well, which would be annoying. But I think I'm going to save my third level spell. No, just hit Shadowheart. And broke her concentration on guidance. That's totally fine. Alright. Let's have you try and take this guy out. It's a wisdom save. I'm sure his wisdom is terrible. It is. There you go. You got him frightened. Okay, knocked out. And then probably move forward. Could have you try and get over to these guys to threaten them. Might be a reasonable call. Or get in the way so that she can't run up and murder Varric. It's probably a better call. Yeah. That way at least you'll get an attack on her if she tries. Could do Hunter's Mark. It's a bonus action, so it's kind of free. Why not? Okay. Oh. Concentration broken already. Fantastic. Blindness. Blindness is a bit annoying. But also not terrible. It would get rid of his advantage, but he would still be at neutral on his attacks. Which means that if he had someone... if he targeted someone adjacent to someone else, he would still get sneak attack. So again, I'm going to save my spells. Blindness is annoying, but it's not critical. Alright. Let's do Shocking Grasp. Or do I want to Twin Spell Haste? Do I think this is a scary enough fight to make it worth it? So far it hasn't been. And we already took out their Barbarian. I'm gonna go for it. It's a couple of sorcery points. How many sorcery points is it? Is this the per spell level? Yes. So it'll be 3 sorcery points, but I have 10. And then a 3rd level spell. I think it's fine. Alright. You have high dex. Most of my area spells are dex based. But could I hit? I can in fact hit all of you if I'm willing to also hit Lae'zel. And that feels pretty good to me. Like, sorry Lae'zel, but yeah. There's not any way I'm going to get an angle that doesn't hit her. Oh, yeah. Try and make that save, please. I don't think she succeeded. No. 30 damage kind of sucks a lot. But good damage on all of them. And then we pull back as well because I don't want my concentration broken.
Very well.
Need to act fast.
Alright. You. Could have you do something like Spirit Guardians and then walk past a couple of them. I'm guessing... not bad actually. 75. Or we could heal Lae'zel. No, Lae'zel has her own healing. Isn't this a dex save? Yeah, and you've got a 75% chance of hitting her. That is surprising to me. This would be a wisdom save, which should hit her a lot easier than a dex save. What about you? You have good dex saves. Your wisdom's also low. Alright. Let's go for it. Spirit Guardians. Seems fun.
Have to keep going.
Oh, hello. Hopefully they don't knock us out of our spell too quickly. Starion, you are blind.
Let's move.
Awesome. Even blind, he still has a 70% chance to hit. It's so good. And that hit still got sneak attack because he was adjacent. There you go. Sadly, you can't get back up on your ladder. Ah, well. Hail of Thorns on Astarion. Again, not great, but not terrible. He's not maintaining a spell, so I don't care about concentration. So yeah, he took 2 damage. Alright, Lae'zel. Let's have you use a bonus action to heal yourself. Perfect. That did not do as much healing as I would have preferred. Alright, you're down. You are next in initiative order.
I will not know failure.
We get these back on a short rest. So I probably don't want to use all of them. Though we could short rest right after this. Alright. Then you. Bet you this guy's wishing he'd paid more. We could actually attack him. Huh. I'm not going to, but it is amusing that it's an option.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Alright, and no more spells need to be cast, I don't think.
Carry me.
Cantrips will be fine. 95% chance to hit, yep. Oh, right. Spells actually kill. Forgot about that.
What's inside?
Sorry I murdered one of your people. It was definitely not part of the plan. But it happened. Are you still standing in his home after that fight? And yes, I'm looting these people because they chose to fight me. Even though I get it was their job.
I'll take that.
Can we go into the house? Or do I need to deal with the people first? I need to deal with the people first. Makes sense, I suppose. Oh, no. Have they walked out of the way? Yes. So yeah, they've got people here. I want to go to the basement before we resolve everything.
Cursed to put my hands on everything. What's that?
There it is. Let's just close this door. What are you so afraid of in your basement? That's what I want to know. Baldur's Gate and the dialectics of plunder. An excerpt on page 37 is circled in red. There can be no doubt that the patriarch families of the upper city affect such an air of reserve and respectability because they are all too aware of that their fortunes are founded on bloodshed, pillage, and exploitation. No one speaks now of Jeremiah Eltan, who founded the Flaming Fist as a ruthless mercenary company that slaughtered and burned for pay along the entire length of the Sword Coast. No one mentions Baron Ilza Bormel and the blood-spattered ingots shipped north from her slave labor mines in the mountains of Amn. The schoolbooks don't mention Bogo Sashenstar's bone flotilla that plundered Astor Cove and abducted the port's entire population. Yep. History is written by the victors. An Archduke's leadership protection. An Archduke's leadership protection. A pamphlet by the Gortash for Archduke voluntary campaign. I cannot talk today. As Archduke, Lord Gortash's top priority will be protection, the physical defense of Baldur's Gate and its citizens. No policy can be more important. Yeah, you are all for the protection of the city. Gonna save them from this army that you're leading onto Baldur's Gate. Music box. Liar, trap, disarm kit. Cool, we'll grab that. I'll grab the lyre, why not? What's in the backpack? Nothing's in the backpack. It is empty. Practice shield, training, or practice sword, training shield. A wooden chest with a diamond. Thank you. Alright, and finally, let's go check out your basement that you are so worried about.
Careful, I bite.
Can you pick this lock for me? It's actually a pretty good lock. DC 18. Rolls a 19. Not that good of a lock. What do we have down here that he is so scared someone will see? Oh, okay. Something about traps. We saw a bunch of traps, but also failed to see a bunch of traps when we got down here. That is scary. Starion,
Keep a blade.
do you want to go ahead of the rest of us?
Over here. Oh dear. Someone's left a trap out for us.
Yeah, disarm this for me. Thank you. And then disarm all of these others.
Traps. How considerate.
Yeah. Are these what would go off if we had hit that trap? So do I not need to disarm them? I don't know. I mean, you can't really lose, so I'm just trying to speed up.
Traps.
Whoa, there are lots of traps. I'm assuming these are what go off. But I can't guarantee that there's not another tripwire that we missed seeing. So, oh, there's a tripwire there.
There are traps about.
So I kind of want to disarm all of the traps themselves, rather than just the triggers. Just in case we miss a trigger, step on it. Oh, and he's getting all these traps, it seems. Which I guess is cool. Another one here. Ooh, failed perception. See, that's what I'm talking about. We have missed spotting a trap.
No time to rest.
So let's have everyone else move forward. We know this is safe.
Looks like a trap.
Okay.
Well, hello. A trap. Someone
Okay.
doesn't like visitors.
Yeah, he is being very paranoid about this area.
No
Have
one's...
Be careful.
everyone else move forward to here.
Keep your
Still
distance.
missed a lot. I think it's very possible that we've missed a trigger. For like right here. Since we see a bunch more traps around.
Tread lightly.
Let's go this direction.
There are traps about.
Okay. We've got a trigger there. I can understand why he wouldn't want those other people to find his basement. If he had rigged it to blow this bad, even if he wasn't scared of them finding his stuff, just the knowledge that there's a good chance they would set off his traps and blow up all of his stuff. There's so much. Oh, that's bad. That was a lot of failed perceptions.
Right, what now?
All right, everyone else?
To find a way forward.
Looks like a trap there.
Okay. You guys gonna see anything? Whoa, watch out. Okay,
Just as I expected.
cool.
Still alive. So that's progress.
Trying to use all of our perceptions to look for these traps before we step on them. So far, so good. This is working. We do have more traps here. It felt like I missed a tripwire there. But I don't know for sure. Alright, if you can just deal with the traps we can see here, then even if you hit the tripwire, we're probably okay. Oh, no.
Someone doesn't like visitors.
Did that blow up anything we wanted to loot? Yeah. Alright. Let's reload. We did miss a tripwire there. Now we know. Don't want to miss out on whatever is in this area. It's probably a cool story. So... yeah. We don't want to walk this direction. That's what we know. I'm wondering if that was the last trap of this bunch. If he'd managed to get that one done, would it have not blown up even if he had successfully... No, come on. So maybe I needed to get it from the other direction. I don't know. There's a tripwire there. I could walk around it. But I want to disarm it. It'll be fine. I don't want to reload like important story bits. But this is just silly. This much trap. There you go. Now, if I walk through this, are all the traps disarmed? So it's fine. Nope. So we missed traps as well, not just the tripwire. Alright. Then what's the point of disarming all the traps unless we just didn't see some of the traps? I guess that's possible. Then fine, we will just avoid walking through that direction. Is it safe here?
A trap.
Nope.
Someone doesn't like visitors.
Alright, disarm that one as well. DC 15. No guidance, because the rest of the party is too far away. But you're fine. Alright, that's safe now. Anything else? I think we have dealt with all the traps now. Alright. Rejoin the party.
No one back home will ever believe it.
Best avoid that trap.
Okay.
Never wanted the easy path.
Looks like a trap there.
Ah, that's the trap we missed. That then set off everything. It's fine. So what is he hiding here? That's what I want to know. Balls, flutes. A desk with... You make a bunch of instruments and balls, it seems. Or at least you have a bunch of instruments. Traveler's Guide to the Sword Coast, Volume 8, The Outer City. Overland travelers nearing Baldur's Gate have been known to smell the city before they clap eyes on it. This is thanks to what is known as the Outer City, the area that houses much of what Baldur's Gate needs to survive and thrive, but at the same time would rather not keep within its walls. Tanneries, stockyards, slaughterhouses, saltworks, and the less than regulated markets abound here, as well as shanties and camps for those less fortunate souls who are drawn to the city. It is the author's firm opinion that respectable travelers should never dawdle in such a place, no matter how tempting its base attractions may be after a long journey. Instead, they should make way promptly while paying strict attention to any valuables on their person or in their baggage, then see about presenting themselves to one of the main entrances to the lower city, such as the famed Basilisk Gate. Once entry has been secured, they can consider themselves in the city proper. Withered chisel set. Yeah, he's a crafter. The True and Impossible Adventures of Tenebrix Morrow, Volume 1. We haven't read Volume 1 before. His red dragon thus dispatched the knight had no choice but to leap for my ship, crashing to the new bride's deck, even as his mount was swallowed by the eerie gloom of the astral plane's shifting tides. Faithful Norls was upon him instantaneously, clawing and biting, alas in vain. Astral projection thwarts even the fury of a tabaxi cabin boy, and the treacherous Githyanki only laughed as Norris's formless blows passed harmlessly through him. The knight's silver sword came about in an arc that missed Norrel's entirely, but nearly clipped the spiritual cord anchoring the tabaxi's stalwart soul to the plane. I mourned as my faithful feline companion faded from existence, but did not hesitate. The Githyanki only smirked lazily at my charge, anticipating the futile efforts of another bound by the laws of the plane. But that is not, and has never been, Captain Tenebrix Morrow. Unlike poor Norrels, I had entered this plane in my full-fleshed form, a fact I demonstrated by thumping the warrior solidly between the legs. He stumbled over the new bride's rail and down into the mists, even as a fresh horde of dragons rose from the distant dead citadel of Tunarath. Instructions for donation.
Here we go.
Gifts for refugees only. Please distribute. Okay. Are you giving things to refugees? Like making toys to give to refugees? Because if so, I feel somewhat bad about, you know, looting and ransacking your house. Not like super bad, but somewhat bad.
Don't touch me.
Can you also lockpick this chest? DC 20. Still no problem for you, of course.
Never a dull moment.
What do we have in this heavy chest? Gold and a blackmail letter. Arthur, package still waiting for you at Fellowgears. You'd better not be late again, or we'll start to wonder if you're really as committed as you claim to be. Pick it up, put it in the teddy bears, make the donation. It couldn't be simpler, really. If it's still here this time tomorrow, we'll stuff you with it, as well as, you know, we've plenty to spare. Okay.
Checking Arthur's donations. Looks like his generosity's compromised.
So he's not giving toys to the refugees. He's stuffing them with something. Soul Coins of Treaties, we've read that before. Long time ago, actually. Alright.
Anything of use?
What's with the toys? Toy block, stuffed bear. Toy block. Is that... Where am I going for this quest? Found a blackmail letter in the Toymaker's cellar. Something dangerous has been placed inside toys donated to the refugees. We should find them, and quickly. Okay, so not necessarily inside of these toys that are still sitting here. At least I assume there would be something we could check out if these toys had
Very well.
dangers in them. Oh, I did not intend to pick up an entire box of fireworks. Yeah. You can drop the box of fireworks. anything further over here? So yeah, he is stuffing toys with something. We don't know what. But he's also doing it because he's being blackmailed, which means I can't fully be upset at him. It's not like he necessarily wants to be doing it. Okay, yeah, none of those seem to say anything that I can interact with.
Better not be cursed.
But yeah, I do get why he would not want people to see that in that case. Let's check out the rest of his house. Nothing terribly interesting. We could steal a bunch, but that's fine. Let's go upstairs. Mostly just trying to get a better picture of what's going on here. But I think we need to find his shipment of stuff somewhere to see what's been stuffed inside the toys, rather than trying to find out while we're still here at the house.
What to do? Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Offers private musings. An unfinished love story, handwritten by Arthur Gregorio, whose name is attached to the bottom of every page. Wow. Her ample bosoms fluttered like dove's fingers, brushing against his nails. The very ends of his mustache stood to attention as the fire stirred behind his eyes. No doubt this was love. Love, ah love. The stuff that dreams are made of. It made him sweat to think of it. The graceful, enduring, blossoming magnitude of what it all, the priceless, breathless, weightless, sheer romping joy of it. Sure. None of this is stealing. So I could just take one of his fancy shirts. Which I wouldn't wear because, you know, our character doesn't wear shirts when he's camping. I'll take your fancy ring. Oh, there's a key to your basement. We didn't need that because we have an Astarion. Household prayer. Lathander Delight, Saluna to Guide, Celeborn to Judge, and Passage Provide. Yeah, we've read that before many times. What are you? Some alcohol. More gold. Letter to Mamselle Amira as a draft. Madam Amira, thank you for the invitation. You know how much I love Charis's care. Charis's caress. But I still haven't lived down my last experience with the Drow twins, and I fear they won't have forgotten my little mishap. So that was probably my last visit. I hope you'll understand, Arthur. Sure. We'll just leave that. I can't reach those books. Can I reach the pouch? Yes, but it's empty. Nothing in that stack of books. Okay. I think I've sufficiently looted his house. Oh, nope, we've got some ale. And some various shelves. Whoa. That is a great question. Coming from the west. An earthquake, perhaps, strong enough to rouse the dead, too. Yeah. That's odd. On the origins of the Zentrum, I think we've read that a long time ago. No, we have read that.
Let's have a look.
The True and Impossible Adventures of Tenebrix Morrow the Fourth. We have read that one. The Falling Forever, I recall that. Let's take all of this. I can reach that shelf, but I can't reach this shelf? Sure. That makes total sense. The bottom shelves are just too far out of my reach, as opposed to the top shelves. Alright, now that we've finished looking around your home.
Bet I could hit that fancy one right on the nose. Pow!
Sure.
Heartless scum. I'm a reasonable woman. We could easily work something out in a house this big.
Yeah, but it is his home, so I get where he's coming from.
I have something to ask.
You see, those animals are out of the picture. Can we stay now? Or are you going to turn us next?
How did you end up here?
Same way lots of us did. Trying to get away from the army of the Absolute. If you had the chance to put a roof over your family's heads after being on the run for Torm knows how long, wouldn't you?
Yes, but you did break into someone's home while he wasn't around, and then when he came back, you refused to leave. And it is, in fact, his home. Understand, let me talk to the owner of this place, maybe I can help. I'm not interested in sob stories. Look, this place doesn't belong to you. Get out or I'll have to throw you out. I'll talk to the owner of the place. Maybe I can help.
Make it quick if you can. I don't like the way he's looking at us.
I mean, there's not much he can do. We already took out all of his goons.
All right. You won. You won. What more do you want from me?
Intimidation. I want the family to stay. You have room for them, surely. I'll deal with your squatters. Just make sure you have your purse ready. I found some rather sinister things in your basement. I do want to know more about what he's doing, what he's stuffing into those toys. It seems like a way to get answers.
Sinister? Nonsense! Those are experimental toys. Guaranteed to bring a smile to the face of even the unhappiest child. They're extremely precious. And you shouldn't be poking around in my workshop and tampering with them.
Uh-huh. I'll get to the bottom of this one way or another. You locked the basement, but it didn't help. Whatever you're up to, it ends now. I'm taking you down. That sounds like a threat. Like threatening to kill him right now. Which is not my intent. I'll get to the bottom of this one way or another.
Really? There's no this? And nothing to get to the bottom of?
I wish I could just show him the blackmail note. Just like, obviously there is.
You again. Did you need something?
We didn't actually talk about the refugees. I want this family to stay. You have room for them, surely. DC 10, I've got a +5. Let's toss in a D4 as well. Yeah. He should be feeling suitably intimidated.
Well, with Zenobia and the others gone, I don't suppose you'll take no for an answer. All right, they can stay. Are you happy now?
I am.
Now I have to figure out what I'm going to do.
I mean, you could stay there as well. I'm sure a man of your means can find room in an inn somewhere. Kick him out of his own house? I was thinking he could just let them stay in one of his rooms. But apparently no. We're just saying no, that refugees can stay in your house. You have to go find an inn. I feel a little bad about that, but not terribly so, particularly if he is giving poisoned or something toys to children. So, yeah. I'm sure a man of your means can find a room in an inn somewhere.
A room can wait. After what you've put me through, I need a drink.
Alright, have fun. Alright, you people are welcome to stay in this house, but I would recommend staying out of the basement. I did not get all of the traps.
Does he think we've gotten this far, only to give up without a fight?
I mean, it's his house.
At least we'll have some peace. I'm not quite sure why you stood up for us like that. But I won't say I'm not grateful. Thanks. And may Torm keep you.
just trying to help out people that are not able to take care of themselves with the army coming by. That other guy, he can probably deal with his situation on his own with enough coin. You're quite welcome. You better be grateful for it. One thing, stay out of the basement. It's not safe.
We're much more interested in the beds and the pantry. That'll make sure Cinta knows the basement's off limits.
Yeah, good call. Exerting judgment as a noble.
God, I was sure we were about to be evicted.
Nah, I'm too good for that. If you know of other refugees, you could also let them stay. The house is big enough for all of you. Yeah, I guess that's that. I think we'll end here. We're a bit over time. And next time we will just continue finding out what's going on in this area. Particularly that weird earthquake. Hopefully. But we'll deal with that then. Bye.